Today's episode of the Alter Bridge universe is one I've been looking forward to for quite a while now. In this video, I'm reviewing Tremonti's fourth album, A Dying Machine, released in the summer of 2018. Without further ado, let's dive in. A Dying Machine is a one-of-a-kind record, as it's the only true concept album in this entire series. The record follows a science fiction story of androids, romance, heartbreak, rebellion, and war, unlike anything Mark has ever created. The album, longer than anything this band has put out so far, features some of their most experimental songs, and to top it all off, it's accompanied by a full-length novel of the same name, co-written by Mark and John Shirley to fill in the gaps left by the album's ambiguous plot. For a long time, I haven't been the type to read for pleasure, but I read this book cover to cover when it arrived. Though I wasn't wowed by the novel, it made me appreciate its parent record even more, with which I was already obsessed. Today, we'll just be talking about the music, but someday I'd like to do a deeper analysis of the novel and how it relates to the record, so let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see. A Dying Machine carries a staggering amount of variety. It's got songs for every corner of rock, from thrashy speed metal tracks like Bringer of War, Throw Them to the Lions, and The Day When Legions Burned, to emotional power ballads like The First the Last, As the Silence Becomes Me, and Desolation. And who could forget bright upbeat songs like From the Sky and Take You With Me. Additionally, the final instrumental track, Found, provides a brooding, somber conclusion to the record, akin to music underscoring the credits of a blockbuster sci-fi film. Genuinely, this record has everything that you could need from one LP. A factor contributing to this is actually the album's underlying plot. Mark described in an interview with Blabbermouth that, quote, "I actually got to go outside the box a little bit and do things I wouldn't normally be able to do because I was singing from somebody else's perspective, which held off any inhibitions to sing about a theme or topic in a certain way. When you write in a fictional character's perspective that differs from your own, you have virtually nothing stopping you from taking risks and stepping outside of your comfort zone." And Mark took that idea to a whole new level. Probably the most notable instance of experimentation on this record, outside from it just being a concept album, is the album's halfway point, The First the Last. While Tremonti has released multiple radio-friendly songs, including this album's second single, The First the Last is definitely the poppiest song he's ever written. However, calling it a bland pop song would be extremely naive, as it still maintains Tremonti's high level of artistry and detail while having elements of mainstream music like the commonly used tom pattern during the second verse or the 4-on-the-floor kick pattern during the first chorus. Mark uses familiar ideas to reinforce the message of this song and make it more relatable as a result. He wanted listeners to understand the love and heartbreak being experienced by the speaker, and any other approach just wouldn't have been as effective. Though it's not immediately apparent from this record, much of the story of A Dying Machine is based around love and romance, so this song fits with the themes of the album perfectly, even if it is a slight departure from Tremonti's normal style. This album's story and themes allow for a brand new layer of analysis that no other record in the Alter Bridge universe has yet to provide. There are so many other great songs on this album that I wish I could discuss in further detail, but we'll have to save them for another day. This record is a treasure trove of musical excellence, and each of its 14 tracks brings something fresh and creative to the table. Tremonti pushed themselves to new heights with this album, and it's been one of my favorite records ever since it came out. I strongly encourage you to read the novel once you're familiar with the music, as it provides a whole new lens through which you can view the story. Plus, it's yet another way to support an artist, and who better to support than the Tremonster himself? For a final score, I'm giving A Dying Machine by Tremonti a 9.6 out of 10. Let me know your favorite songs from A Dying Machine in the comments below. Tomorrow's Friday, which means that we have only 1 week left until Pawns and Kings. However, there are still a few more records to review before then, so tomorrow we'll be looking at Livin' the Dream, SMKC's third record. In the meantime, check out this playlist if you've missed any earlier reviews or want to go back and rewatch any episodes in this series. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.